So I really don't know who might end up coming across this channel, but I'm just going to put it out there for anybody who happens to be a believer in the Bible, whether you call yourself a Christian or not. But let's just say you believe in the Bible, you believe who the Bible says is God, and you believe what the Bible says. So this channel called Bible Story, on the surface, well, aside from the fact that the icon, the avatar has BS on the Bible here, but on the surface, it looks like it is a Christian channel, or a channel that believes in the truth of the Bible, or a channel that is rooted in the truth of the Bible. But it is not. It is a Gnostic YouTube channel, and it promotes Gnosticism, not always outright in the videos. Some of the videos have an appearance of being Christian or biblical, but I recognize the doctrine. I recognize what's being said. And some of you out there may not be familiar with Gnosticism, but I do study that, and I know what they believe, and I recognize it. Now, in some of the posts here, they do talk about Gnosticism or Gnosis. Even though I have seen people who claim to be Christian as well talk about Gnosis and how and basically try to say that it only means knowledge, just as some will say that wisdom or Sophia only means wisdom. And there is a lot of, well, some of them will claim that the original Christians were Gnostic. And so I want for those who are not familiar with Gnosticism to understand that this is not a channel that you should look to for biblical truth. This is a Gnostic channel. And just to briefly give you some a TLDR on Gnosticism. Gnosticism actually, it follows the lie of the serpent. The lie of the serpent is that when Adam and Eve take of the tree which was forbidden for them to eat from, that their eyes would be opened and they would be as God, knowing good and evil. In Gnosticism, that serpent was a liberator. That serpent was, or that knowledge of good and evil was necessary. And it was the demiurge who was the God of the Old Testament, the creator, the true creator, who was trying to keep them in prison and keep them ignorant. And it is him also who is, according to them, a false God. He only believes he is the highest God. He only believes that there is no God above him. But it is actually Sophia, who they will say is wisdom, who is above him. And the Apocryphon of John says that it was Sophia who was in the serpent, and also in the tree, and also in Eve at different times. So it was Sophia who was the serpent. It is Sophia who is Lucifer, because Sophia is Venus, and Venus is called Lucifer. And these other goddesses associated with Venus are Ishtar and Isis, and by extension Isis, because she is just another version of Ishtar and Astarte and Ashtoreth and all these other goddesses. So really, Gnosticism is the antithesis, is that if that's the right word, to biblical Christianity. And it doesn't stop there with Sophia as far as the God or the beings who are above, so-called, the God of the Bible or the God of the Old Testament. You also have what they claim is the true creator, the true spirit, the true light, they will say, who is an infinite, unknowable, unfathomable source of light, or the source. They just call him the source or the force. And that it is a universal consciousness, not necessarily a personal God. And this is what they will often refer to when they say God, quote, God. They are not speaking of the God of the Old Testament, who they believe is the demiurge, and they will even go as far as to say is Satan. And while you will have Gnostics talking about Satan and the devil, you will have no idea that they are actually speaking about the God who is who those who believe the Bible know as the one true God. You will have no idea that that is actually who they refer to when they speak about Satan. So don't be fooled. Um, I don't recommend everybody get into studies about Gnosticism and about the stuff that these dark occultists believe in, because you might just get lost along the way. But just so that you are warned when you come across this channel, know that they are not a Christian channel. They are a Gnostic channel. And don't be fooled by the appearance of Christianity or a Bible believing. And that's all I have to say for this video. Thanks for listening.